Right then, I was halfway through restoring this little Villiers and the Newton Derby generator, but as in my last video, a little Stuart Turner turned up, so this got put under the bench. And now that I've done the Stuart Turner, I thought I'll do with the Villiers. But something else turned up, which I think is a little bit more interesting, for me more usable. So the Villiers is going back under the bench. Right then, I shall reveal what's turned up. You might not think it's interesting, but I do. There we go. Look at that. 1972, I think. Honda 2.5 kilowatt generator. Now why is it interesting? It's just a Honda, you say. Of course it's 1970s, so it's 40 odd years old. Still vintage. But this sort of machine, I think, is what saw the end of the British built stationary engine. Because this became more portable, more reliable. Well, some people are going to shout at me for that. And ultimately cheaper. So let's get into it and see what's wrong with it. But of course the Villiers hasn't really gone under the bench. It's gone in the corner. Just down there to keep warm next to the fire. Which keeps me warm and keeps me a cup of tea warm. Now let's have a look at this Honda and see why it keeps flooding. The guy bought it off, so now it does run, but it's been in my garage for weeks and weeks and weeks, and every time I put petrol in it, it comes out through the top of the carb. I've done nothing else to it, so I'm getting rid of it. So I snapped up for a bargain price, just because you can. So here we go. See ya. A bit of a tinker. First we'll do. Well, that's not very good. But I've done nothing to it. I'll just cut the fuel pipe off. We'll investigate that later. Get the engine going first. First thing we'll do, check there's some oil in it. There's the oil filler. As you can see, it's covered in crap. Just turn that out. I can seal oil. Yep, there's oil in that. It's quite clean. Good sign. Next step. See if we've got a spark. Right, we'll have that spark plug out. That's NGK, it's probably been in there since it was new. A lot of these machines are so reliable, people don't bother servicing them. So, let's turn that off. It looks fairly clean. In there. Let's clamp it down somewhere. Let's see if we can get a spark on it. Right, you can see where we're looking. Just here. Let's have a look from spark. Turn the ignition on. There we go. And oh, that's very encouraging. Nice big blue spark there. Next thing, I think, I'll stick some fuel down the hole. See if it'll fire. Right then, I can't find a squirty bottle. But what I've got, syringe. Don't ask me why. I've got a syringe. Work wonders for stuff like this. Couple of mil down the plug hole. Right, I've got the plug. Get a bit nervous sometimes when I'm playing with fuel in the shed when the fire's lit. But of course, it's a sealed box that over there, so there's no live flames anywhere, so I'll be out of that. Let's give that a go. Turn it on. Any point putting choke on. Let's try that now. That. Almost. it wants to go. I think we'll call that a success. Try again. Right, well, it did fire. Didn't expect all the smoke and thunder, but it did fire. So now we're looking to see why it's flooding. Alright, we're into the back of the carb now, and that's a big old carburettor for a generator. That's a bit on the big side. But we'll put a funnel on it, stick some fuel in it, see what happens. Over there like that. Get my head out of the way so you can see. Tighten that up. Another syringe. Told you syringes come in handy. Fill that with fuel. See what happens, eh? Whatever it. Go. What's going into the carb? Leaking there. Making some odd noises, that is. No, it's leaking there. Look. Ah! Pouring out the overflow. Ah, well that means a sticky needle. But while we've got some fuel in that carburettor, let's see if she'll run, eh? Right, let's go. I don't know how much you can see because the lighting in here is just atrocious. Lift up the bench. Ignition on. Generator half. Choke on. Go on, go on. Getting the feeling the butterfly's on backwards. Oh, don't pull off the bench, Steve. Oh, it's heavy. There we go. Choke off. When it wants to go, just choke off there. How odd. Oh, very, very odd. It's almost as if we've got a stuck valve. Let's get the carb off. See what's going on. Right, let's go. See what we've got. Fuel dripping out of there. That's not so good. Filter's a bit claggy. That's US. As in useless. I can put all these bits in. Ouch! Smash your head on the lamp as you go past. There. Bits in there, it's holding that on. 10mm bolts. big sockets out. Look, 10mm. Nice and loose. It's strange. I've done nothing with it, apart from loosening everything else by the looks of it. It looked a bit dodgy, this guy. I bought this off. House full of scrap iron. Off. And there. That off the griever. Go in there. Left with the carburetor. The fuel was coming out the overflow under there. The butterfly isn't on backwards. Choke on fuel. Shine a light in there and have a look. Prevent the governor. It is, I'm backwards. How odd. How do you manage that? See, on these little engines, the throttle butterfly is fully open when it's stopped, and then when it starts up, the governor comes in and closes it. But that is fully closed, which will explain why it wouldn't go. Let's get the carb off and have a look. That. Throttle off. Taste this one, everyone should have one of these. Down there, what else do we need? 10mm spanner. Why do we always lose our 10mm? Let's undo that. And undo that. Come on. All these bolts are fairly loose, so it's obvious. Mr. Tinkerer, who said I've not done nothing with it, told me a pack of porkies. Oh, that's what makes life interesting, fixing other people's bodges. Washers fall off into the end now. There's the other one. Let's connect the governor. So as you can see there, butterfly in there, fully closed. Should be like that when the governor's open, and then when the engine starts it closes down a bit just to keep it running. Rattling. Covered in petrol now, I better clean up. Right, we'll get into this now. See what the rattle is. The odd rattle. All together by the main jet in the bottom. Oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but that's on cockeyed. That explains a lot. Well, that's loose. Look at that. Fuel's going to pour out of this in a minute. There we go. And jet. Ah! Oh, look at that. Ah. What we got here? One float. Isn't floating. No needle. That's why it's flooding. No needle seat and no float. There's your rattle. Oh dear, that float's never going to float. But the more pressing issue, if we've got no needle. It's So there's no needle and seat. How it's supposed to work, this float it's supposed to be sat there with a pin running through there so it pivots. And when it's in the carburettor, there's also attached to a needle valve which sits in that hole, and when it's in the carburettor like that, sat that way, and the fuel comes in, the float floats, cuts off the fuel from coming in by means of a tapered valve there. That's missing, so we're going to have to track one of them down, which, looking at this carburettor, which I've never seen on a generator before, is going to be interesting. Tune in next week, folks. I think I'll reassemble this without the float in. Adjust the governor. Little bit of fuel in it. Might go. Who knows? Right, that's the carb rebuilt. Minus the float. Let's put some fuel in it. See what happens. Might just pour out the bottom, who knows? Ha! Don't want too much in it because it will flood it out. But if we get it half full, it'll probably still go. What do you reckon? Is that enough? Let's try a bit more. Right, that'll do. Right in a safe place. Let's move you around so you can see and I can get in. Oh, you can't see nothing there, can you? There we are. Let's go, let's move my cup of tea and domestic management has just brought in for me. Much appreciated. Come off the bench. Somewhere safe. So kind of readjusted the governor. Power on. Choke off. You know what? That is really weird. Let's adjust that float, that throttle. Turn that in a bit, open up a bit. Let's give it a go once more time. There we go. Successful. Minus the float. Regenerating. Lights on. Look. You can see there. Generating. Happy days. Happy days indeed. That's a fire, that is. You can't see nothing now, can you? No float, gents. No float. Well, of course. You live it till it dies. with that. Float, not in the car. We indicated 200 volts. Silver. There she goes. Running out of fuel. Classic sound, an engine's going to run out of fuel, you can hear that. There you go. Happy Christmas everybody.